I'd love to talk to the guys about Roman and Cody and their opinion that Cody Rhodes is a babyface. Because, I mean, really, when Cody left WWE and hit the Indies, he was a heel. When did he actually turn babyface? Maybe he's the heel against Roman.
Because it is bloodline business. Remember what Roman said in the promo. This is family business. This is bloodline business.
All right, thank you.
I don't need a partner, and I certainly don't need Cody Rhodes.
Tagged in until the hot tag. Mark Henry blows a monster comeback. Boom. Beats one of the heels.
Hey, it's me, Mark the Monster. Thanks for checking out Don't Say the F Word live on Instagram. I'm having my morning coffee, and I'm trying to call it Busted Open again. I want to talk to him about Cody still being a heel and never really being a babyface.
Salivating for the hot tag, but more importantly, salivating for Cody. And Cody becomes a bigger perceived star in that moment because Cody is saving Roman. I'm not saying that, but it's a different way to go about a main event tag match that technically is a house show psychology.
Oh, and you know what? It's fun to know something.
Mark, where you at?
I love it. Listen, man.
What do you guys think? Is Cody Rhodes actually the babyface? I mean, Roman or Cody? Whose team are you on? That's my question. Is Cody a heel? I mean, that interaction they had on SmackDown. Who was the babyface? Who was the heel? That's all I want to know.
Now they fucking grab up, slide, slip behind, hit him with it, bang. 1, 2, 3. The other guy's occupied because he got low roll with the other babyface.
And now the can they coexist thing is kind of weirdly forgotten about because they never really had to coexist in the body of the match.
I mean, Roman and Cody are totally going to be tag champs.
You do it towards the end of the match.
Cuban Gorilla live on Instagram with me, Mark the Monster. I mean, Cody kind of came off as a heel, right?
Are they going to go in this direction? I have no idea.
Can you guys hear the Busted Open team making sure that's coming through?
Suggestion that I would throw out because the characters and the story is so strong.
I still think at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, this bloodline is going to be united. Like I mean,
Cody Rhodes never became a babyface. If anything, in WWE, he should really be a heel. He shouldn't be a babyface.
The Rock is either going to be against Cody or Roman at WrestleMania. But I still believe
he wanted to beat Triple H. He smashed the throne. Let's remember that. Cody Rhodes smashed the throne in AEW. He went right after the game, Triple H.
I don't know if that's going to be the end mark. That's my assumption.
How's he the babyface in WWE? He should be the heel against Roman.
You all know this. Let's translate it to real life, which pro wrestling always tries to do. You know what happens? There's always going to be a fractured family. You know, there's going to be arguments. There's going to be fights. Just come to the LaGreca house.
Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be fights within the Bloodline, right? And Bloodline Civil War at War Games is kind of what makes sense. But I don't know what we're going to get. I mean, I feel like Cody and Roman are going to take the tag titles off G.O.D. Big guy Jeremy said it yesterday. I agree with him.
So if they get back together, I just want to make sure I'm understanding.
Mark's acting like I'm not here. I'm just doing some other stuff. So he's calling Busted Open, not me.
Will they be baby faces or heels?
Why do you gotta butt in to me just trying to do my own thing? Like, that's not necessary. It just, honestly.
Right now, you gotta build those baby faces now. I think you have some. I think you have Cody, you have Kevin Owens, you have Sami Zayn, you have people that think that they're in, but they're not really in. It kind of goes back to the can they coexist. It's kind of like Roman grudgingly handing over that contract to Cody.
They shouldn't have had Cody do it. They should have left Roman to figure something out, or at least give it a week. Man.
shouldn't be a part of this.
Why we do this
You're
immediately?
not family.
It didn't need to be immediate.
It's an interesting creative direction. I never thought you were going to suggest that The Rock be on the same side. I thought you were going to suggest that Roman and Solo and the Bloodline get back together to take down The Rock.
That doesn't make any sense.
Listen, Bully, that could be the way that they go. And by the way, what I'm saying about them uniting, this could be WrestleMania 42 or WrestleMania 43 or WrestleMania 44, for all I know.
To me, Dave,
That's why I'm saying the book.
No, what did Paul Heyman say around WrestleMania? We're only in the bottom of third. I mean,
If this is just the bottom of the third inning with the Bloodline, I mean, we got a big family to go through, though. That's for sure.
Like General Hospital, The Young and the Restless. Like, it's a soap opera that never has to end. I mean, eventually it'll get long in the tooth. Eventually. But I think this is one of those storylines that can continue over years.
yes.
That's
Because
true.
of the amount of players involved.
It's already done better than 83 weeks.
Hey,
It doesn't have to come to an end anytime soon.
no, and like, listen, at some point, and listen, we heard this 2 years ago, Bully. We were taking phone calls from fans that I've had enough of the Bloodline.
Yeah,
But what happened?
we were dealing with
A little
that,
bit of a
too.
plot turn, a new addition.
Our friend Steroid Steve has been sick of the Bloodline like right out the gate.
In this story again, for crying out loud, you and Mark during the break, two nerds talking about Star Wars. Star Wars has been going on since 1977, for crying out.
Whoa.
Since 1977. But somehow, some way, a new character, a new movie, a new story, a new plotline, and you're right back to like being 11 years old again, watching the first Star Wars. Why should this be any different?
That's true.
It shouldn't be.
That's very true.
We were.
Like Kurt Angle would say, it's darn true.
There's a series of mash 'em. And just like they did mash 'em up music, they did mash 'em up movies.
Yeah.
So that's what Bully was referring to.
Well, listen, I think this could go on for a very long time. 877-344-4893, 877-FIGHT-93. One thing I do want to do is get the taste of the Busted Open Nation. And we'll do that when Bully, Mark, and I are back right here on Busted Open.
You want to get some taste?
What's that?
Live American music in support of home.
So with any luck, we'll be on there right after their break. That'd be great. To not sit on hold for 4.5 days like I have before. We'll see, though. I think they didn't talk to me because I'm a puppet, and they can tell by my voice that I'm a puppet. That's always a possibility. I think everyone should want to talk to a puppet. That becomes very enjoyable for everybody. Puts a smile on your face. Yeah, but I don't know. I'm torn. Like, I think we could do the whole, can they coexist? Can they be a tag team with Cody and Roman? But, like, we shouldn't have just given it to us. Like, they could have, like, maybe wait a week. Have Cody turn his back and walk away from Roman. See how the crowd reacts. Maybe let Roman, like, reach out. Maybe he calls Dwayne. Like, hey, you see what's going on? And Dwayne's like, oh man, I'm busy, I'm sorry. I can't come help you. I got movies, and I'm a big star. And that can buy us time. Because we get, like, well, what side is The Rock on, right? I mean, let me ask The Rock. Hey, Dwayne, like, whose side are you on? Oh, he doesn't have a mouth. I guess he can't talk. Did you just bite The Rock? I may have bit The Rock a little, but I could smell what he was cooking, and that's what mattered. Everybody, check us out live on Instagram. We're looking to get on to Busted Open Radio. We're gonna talk to him about Cody being a heel or a babyface, and him versus Roman, or teamed up with Roman, whatever it is they're doing over there. The whole thing's crazy, if you ask me. Why are you constantly touching the camera? I thought you had other things to do, and I was doing this whole thing, dude. I'm sorry. Like, it was falling. You didn't set it up good. Well, I mean, okay, it was good. It was just it's leaning. I don't know what you did. It's making it look like it's drifting. Do you see that? I don't see anything happening. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you. You can go back to just go ahead, talk to your fans. That's right, my fans. I'm Mark the Monster, leader of the Puppet World Order. Shirt maybe going to be available soon. We got tons of shirts on our merch shop. Promo code, don't say the F word, save 10%, PressNow.coffee.com. Podcast 15, you can save 15% on stickers. Stickers are always cool. I really hope they get me on soon.
What is AEW's goal? Is it to be like the WWE? Is it to be WWE light, or is it to be an alternative to the WWE?
AEW's goal should be to be an alternative.
As a definitive alternative to the WWE, which I appreciate and I like. Nobody
That's what I
wants to
think.
be like the WWE.
Busted Open, 7 days a week from 9 to noon Eastern on Sirius XM Fight Nation. Imagine shaping a remarkable 7 shots off your game.
I want to talk to him about the fact that Cody was a heel on the Indies. Illegal brother-in-law Joe popping up here on Instagram. Shouldn't you be working? Jeremy said he's busy working, so he can't be here, but then he's butting in all the time. Joe, they were talking on Busted Open about like who's the heel, who's the babyface with Roman and Cody right now. Do we have good versus evil, or do we have who's better? And I'm just saying, Cody should be a babyface. We're gonna see. I don't know if they're gonna get me on. They put me on hold. I think it's my voice. They know I'm a puppet, and they think this is a prank.
Back here on Busted Open, Dave LaGreca, Mark Henry.
Hey Joe, can you hear the Busted Open guys?
On a Monday morning, talking pro wrestling with you. We're talking SmackDown and what's going on between Roman and Cody. Give us a call, 877-344-4893, 877-FIGHT-93. If you can fight, you can call. Also, later on in the show, we're going to be talking to Ricky Gibson. Who the hell is Ricky Gibson? We're going to try to find justice for Ricky.
Can you hear them better now?
SmackDown on Friday night. Thought he was going to be tagging with Kevin Owens, but Randy showed up, so he got a nice. He got
All right,
nice
good. I fixed it.
You got a party gift.
I helped.
Yeah, you got a party gift.
I helped
And
fix
an
that.
apology from Randy and Kevin on the way out. We're going to talk to Ricky Gibson later on the show, and then Stephen Amell is going to join us. Heels.
I wonder if I should try and get that Ricky Gibson guy on here.
Yesterday on Netflix.
I bet he'd like to talk to me. I'm about as hairy as he
I know
is.
a lot of Nation members did. I'm sure you guys saw all over social media. A lot of our Nation members chose to watch Heels over NFL football. And being a Cowboy fan, that was aces for me.
I don't watch
We
football.
are talking about Roman and Cody. Who are you behind? What's the story? Are they going to be able to coexist at Bad Blood? I can't even believe I asked that question, but Bully, you're right. It's the perfect question to ask. So there is a lot of questions. And are we going to get answers? We may get some answers at Bad Blood. We may get some answers at WrestleMania, but I think the Bloodline story is nowhere near being in the bottom of the ninth inning.
I totally agree. It's
All right?
going to play out for a while.
Now,
That's true.
We're going to go to the Nation. The first Nation member we're going to go out to is John in Seattle, who was at that sold-out SmackDown on Friday night. So, John.
Oh, John in Seattle's getting on.
And be on. John, let me ask you first and foremost. Let's set the table.
I'm still waiting on hold. I think they'll get to me, though.
Are you a fan of Cody or a fan of Roman?
Dave, just like you, I am a Cody crybaby.
Okay, Cody crybaby. I like it. I like the way this phone call is starting off already.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we
me
talked
too.
a lot about everything that took place on
But I
Friday.
don't know if Cody's a babyface.
John, that Seattle crowd, who are they behind Friday night?
Dave, I got to give it up to my Uncle Bully. He is 100% right. It was a split crowd of, I want to say, 60-40 in favor of Roman, and that was for both segments. After the cage match,
Yeah, but I mean, Roman's just coming back, right? Isn't that like a big deal?
You could feel it in the crowd. They were more leaning towards Roman, and you had like the kids and the family still cheering for Cody. And like Bully said as well, when Cody would make his comments, there was a awkward feeling where even people in the crowd were like, "Is Cody about to turn heel on us?" But it was definitely more pro Roman.
All right, no, and John, good time, man. Hot crowd all night.
It was a fun crowd. It was a really fun experience, Dave. They sold more tickets for this SmackDown than the previous 2 times they came to Seattle. So they jumped from a little bit under 11,000 to almost 14,000. So it was packed to the rafters. And my stepdaughter also became a fan for life because during the dark matches, she got high fives from Damian Priest and Sheamus. So it was just an amazing time, a very fun night.
All right, man. And John, glad you had a great time, and appreciate the phone call. Appreciate the honesty coming from a coach.
I hope I'm next.
Like myself.
Thank you, Dave.
All right, John. Good call from John. And Bully, he said what you were spot on with your assessment from watching on Friday night.
I'm shocked that he said 60-40 because the way what I was listening to, and audio can always be different in the arena. What you hear in the arena is the true sound. Sometimes things can sound wonky. It sounded more in favor of Roman to me, sitting at home, watching on my TV, but there's your fair assessment.
Yeah, and I thought that was a fair assessment, Mark, because, you know...
Not me, Mark.
Right now,
Mark Henry is talking
he's
to.
the most popular wrestler in the WWE. I don't think there's any question. Everybody was into this story going into WrestleMania, but these small things could throw a wrench into the system here. Because you're kind of teasing Cody and Roman. So by doing that, you're asking the fans to choose. And, you know, judging from what our caller said, 60-40 in favor of Roman on Friday night.
I think Cody is actually, Dave, without overstating it, I think he's the most popular wrestler in the world.
I agree with that. Absolutely.
He's doing what a lot of people deem as the biggest spot. It's like being president. When you're the WWE champion, people kind of deem that as, okay, that guy rose to the highest heights in our industry because that's the biggest company, biggest prize.
That's true.
So
should also be the main event.
Be that guy, and there to be speculation about, is he the guy? Is there another guy that rivals that? Dave.
Yeah, me.
I don't know if that's happened since The Rock and Austin. It's been a long time since there was dissension in the fan base on who was the ultimate, hands down, number one guy. When Taker was champion, Taker was champion. When Brock was champion, Brock was champion. And then you can go when Randy was champion, when Cena was champion.
He does have a point.
Everybody was
that's true.
vying to be the champion. And you had to beat the champion to get that love. Roman is getting that love already.
He's Roman Reigns, though. I mean, and he was gone for 6 months.
They have to make a decision.
Well, almost 6 months. Whatever. 5 months, 4 months.
Only going to be
I guess 4, really, right?
Each other again.
Yeah, and I think it's going to lead to that. And Bully, it's all about verbiage. Like, Roman could have grabbed that mic on Friday and said, you know what, I'm the head of the table. It's not so, I'm the head of the table. And I'm taking my place back at the head of the table. I am the head of the table. And he said that, but he also said, this is my show, and this is my WWE. He didn't have to say that, Bully. Like, if he if he didn't say those words, then we're not having this conversation.
That's true. That is real. That is a fact.
Yeah, well,
absolute fact.
Or maybe it was right on the nail, right on the head. He could have completely avoided saying those things and just made it about the bloodline and made it about the head of the table. But he specifically said WWE and this is my show.
He did say that.
Problem is that if they wanted you to not make a choice, they did not want you to make a choice. If they wanted this to be separate, if they wanted that, hey, Cody Love is your WWE Undisputed Universal Champions here, and then Roman Reigns fighting for the head of the tables here. They're not forcing you to choose it in that respect. But by Roman using the verbiage that he did, it almost feels that it's forcing us to have this conversation. Because go ahead, Bully.
Who would you put? Okay, let's go with your suggestion of keeping Cody and Roman and the Bloodline completely separate. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Who would you put Cody with? Who would be the heel for Cody that would keep that storyline as hot and interesting as the Bloodline story?
What if they just gave us like a week for Cody to sign the contract?
First thing,
Not
nothing
Friday.
as hot as the Bloodline.
Stop. So if you put Cody with somebody else, then your Bloodline story becomes more important than your Universal Champion.
That's very true.
Champion.
That's a good
The
point.
pudding. You know, Cody has been champion.
Now you've created a definitive perception that Roman and the Bloodline are bigger than Cody. Do you want that definitive perception? Or if you cross the streams, do you keep
Man, he
it
makes a
more
great point with that.
Well, they're definitely interesting. I can't deny that.
There's your answer. Last week, I said that I believed Cody's championship run was a bit underwhelming. Keyword, a bit underwhelming.
I don't agree with that.
What was the reason why I thought it was a bit underwhelming?
Because there hasn't really been a story involved with Cody as your champion.
No, because there hasn't been a heel the level of The Rock to breathe down Cody's neck.
That's true.
That was the definitive reason. So they don't have a heel the level of The Rock in the entire WWE right now that could breathe down Cody's neck. That would make Cody's story as important, if not more important, than the Bloodline. Now you are definitively telling the people Roman, bigger star. If you cross these stories over, it keeps things interesting. John in Seattle said it was 60-40. A lot closer than I heard. But still, people behind Cody. Do you understand my point?
No, I definitely understand your point. But you do understand there's a danger in doing this as well.
There's always a danger when it comes to Cody. Unfortunately, it's just the reality of things. It's what history has told us. Not history back since his 10 years with WWE, with the Stardust and all that horse shit. It's what history taught us in AEW about Cody's relationship with the fan base and how easily they can turn on him.
Yeah.
Can anybody put their finger on the number one reason why the 18 to 34 fan base can so easily turn on Cody? What is it about Cody's demeanor, his attitude, his personality that makes people want to turn on him so quickly?
He's such a good guy.
Using that definitive fan base. First of all, I don't think that fan base has turned on him.
They did.
Toys back in the fold that they're attracted to.
Yep.
I'm saying that they could. History
They
told
definitely
us that
could.
They could.
And they did
could,
to Cena.
and they
did
did.
that to John Cena as well. And I was thinking Cena from our last caller, and the fact that
Wow. That's what Joe said
the
before.
kids and the families were still behind Cody, even Friday night when Roman came out.
What do Cena and Cody have in common as to why 18 to 34 would want to turn on him?
They're that uber.
The kids like him.
White meat baby face.
But is he?
Sometimes there's hope for you, Dave.
But that's what it is, Mark.
Also,
you're always going to have that danger when you're the uber white meat baby face, because you're not, by being that character, that doesn't make you the cool character. Right now, Roman's the cool character.
Roman is the cool guy.
Mark, listen. Go
Well,
ahead, Mark.
like,
Also,
chill Roman
sometimes
is.
people associate kindness with weakness. And because John Cena was kind, and he signed autographs, and he gave his wristbands to kids, and his towel to kids, and because Cody gives his belt to the kids, and he high-fives people, and he pulls kids that's dressed like him over the barricade and poses with them and takes photos. Like, people take that kindness as a weakness, but it's Cody's responsibility, not the WWE's, not the fans, no one except him. At times, Cody has got to lose his shit, and he's got to gather himself and be reminded, Cody, this camera's watching you. And he's got to come back in. You're right, and get control of yourself. Because if people see the edge of the blade, Dave, people are not afraid of the sword. They're afraid of the edge.
I don't know what that means.
Cody does not show his very often. The last time he showed it was at WrestleMania. And then you had Taker, you had this and that. Cody's going to have to stand up for Cody.
Oh, you got a point there.
877-344-4893-877-FIGHT-93. We'll continue the discussion from SmackDown on Friday. Also go out to the nation as well. A lot to do when Mark, Foley, and I are back right here on Busted Open.
I was right here.
Young mom jeans. 80s and 90s pop, so soft and nostalgic. It'll have you decorating your kitchen with country jeans from Louisiana.
I was right here waiting. Like, why wouldn't they just come to me? It's kind of disrespectful, to be honest, to leave a puppet hanging. But yeah, I do think it is on Cody to kind of, I guess I get what Mark was saying. You want to remain edgy, remain cool. But I think Cody Rhodes is cool. I mean, he may not be chill Roman cool. He's a different kind of cool. It's okay to be a nice guy. Don't always got to be, Billy Bad Butt. Yep, I'm still on the line. Yep, no problem.
It got really bad.
Oh, look at that. They checked to make sure I was still here. Just as I was thinking they were being, not fans of a puppet. They actually checked in to make sure I was still here. That's exciting stuff. Big shout out to my friends at Busted Open Radio. And while I'm giving shout outs, again, shout out Prince Now Not Coffee. Promo code Don't Say the F Word. You can save 10% on fresh roasted coffee delivered right to your door. They roast it and ship it the same day, which is pretty cool. Also, our friends over at Sticker Lounge, promo code Podcast15, save 15% on your first sticker order. Stickers are the new business card. Hey, Jeremy, get over here. Come here. Show them the shirt. What? They want to see the shirt. Oh. Tsunami Physics shirt. That's available at our merch table. Link is in the bio. Other shirts are available. We got Mystic Joe, the illegal brother-in-law, professional wrestling prediction extraordinaire. His shirt's available. Mark the Monster has a couple shirts available. We have a new shirt that's going to drop later today on the merch table, so keep your eye out for that. All kinds of cool stuff. We got our Legend of Zelda inspired. It's not safe to go alone. Take this steel folding chair shirt that we dropped over the weekend. But yeah, we have another shirt dropping today. Should I drop it today? I mean, drop it whenever. We'll let Joe decide. Joe, do I drop the new shirt today or not? Well, sound off in the comments. We'll figure that out. But it looks like we might. Hopefully, Mark will get on next. I got shit to do.
pick higher or lower on your favorite fighter stats like.
Well, they're talking about the UFC betting different things.
Millions of fans from
Joe says drop the new shirt
US
Wednesday. New shirt drops Wednesday
$1
then.
billion
It does kind of fit for today. I don't know. What do you say?
Underdog is offered in 33 states
I wish there was a
across the US.
good like
Sign up
pro
for
wrestling
Underdog
fantasy
today
league.
using the promo
Like that'd be
code
cool. If anyone knows of one,
and you'll
tag
get
us
free
in it.
tickets
Drop it in the
on your
comments. Do
first
something.
class entry.
Pro
Plus,
wrestling fantasy
up to
games would be fun.
$1,000
Pro wrestling's kind of a
in
fantasy
bonus
already, right?
deposit. Again,
All kinds of good
press
stuff.
Promo code busted. Cash in on every fight night this season.
I
with
guess.
Underdog. Must be 18 years old or older, 21 or older in Massachusetts and Arizona, 19 or older in Alabama and Nebraska, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Void in Colorado. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In Arizona, 1-800-NEXT-STEP. That's 1-800-639-8783. Or text NEXT STEP to 53342. In New York, call the 24/7 Hope line.
Tuesday morning, Joe says drop the new shirt Tuesday. Well, guys, well, we figure out when we're going to drop the new shirt. You can get your Tsunami Physics shirt today. If you pick up the, it isn't safe to go, it's not safe to go alone, take this folding chair shirt and tag us in it. You can get yourself a folding chair phone stand.
You're going to have Tommy as your referee.
We'll send it to you. You gotta tag us though. And we'll pick some random folks to send some merch to.
I already told you I did not want to be a part of your federation.
Money talks, bullshit walks, bully.
You don't have enough
Money talks, bullshit. $1 billion.
much like
One
Tony
year,
Khan.
Joe, can you hear the busted open, guys?
Tony Khan.
What are you talking
You
about?
don't have enough money to pay me to work for you.
Listen, are you saying that Tony Khan offered you $1 billion to go work for him?
First of all,
Can't
$1
offer
billion.
$1 billion.
Can't offer $1 billion, and Tony doesn't have enough money in his checkbook to get me to work for him.
That's a lie.
You.
Yeah, oh, please. Listen, I'll have a nice video package for you explaining your career, a nice 2.5-minute video package.
Can I have my own dressing room? Can I have my own dressing room?
No, you have to be with everybody else.
Wonder if I can get my own dressing room.
I need to be like some of the other egomaniacs over there. I need my own dressing room. Mark is popping huge
If
right
you
now.
if you got them, use them. That's what I always say. If you got the extra dressing rooms, why not?
I need my own bodyguard. I need my own dressing room. I need my own writing team. I need to be in charge of my own creative.
Oh, that's a shot at Mercedes.
You know what? I don't want you a part of my organization.
I don't drink Dasani water.
It's no good for you.
Is it not? I love
Yeah,
the Dasani water.
It's got ingredients.
All right.
And
So
it's
what
not
about
like
my...
Is acidic.
Oh, okay. Do you want all the green M&Ms out of the M&Ms?
I'll drink a Coca-Cola. If I want to drink something that's got ingredients, I'll drink Coke.
Okay.
Remember when Coca-Cola actually had Coke in it?
I don't.
I wouldn't lie.
really
back
do.
then.
Joe says he'd work for Tony Khan for $200K.
That was before.
I would too.
That was like in the.
I mean, maybe $250.
That's why it was such a big
40.
hit. That's why it was such a big hit.
No shit when you say hit. It was.
My
You look
God.
like you've done that before, sir.
What are we
You don't
talking
drink it.
about here?
I know how you lift all that weight. Yeah.
Anyway, you never know what's going to be said here on Bus.
World's Strongest Man, sponsored by Jimmy's 8 Balls.
My God. Hey, you know what, Bully? You're out.
So offended right now.
Bully, you're out. You're out. You're not part of my league. I can't supply the water, your own dressing room, a bodyguard, no brown M&Ms in the M&M jar. I got to do all that shit. It's too much work for
You
me.
don't want the brown M&M?
No.
Oh,
That's
hell
racist.
no.
Nope.
Brown ones have less artificial color.
Brown M&Ms are the best.
Chocolate's already brown.
Those
Chocolate
are
on
good.
chocolate.
All right, so
Yeah.
so is it the green M&Ms you don't want in the M&Ms?
Blue. We don't take the blue. We don't take the blue one. Don't need it.
First of all, no one has ever eaten a blue M&M and said "Bleh" afterwards. They
I
all
just
taste
said it.
they all taste the
The
same.
dye.
No,
the
they
dye.
do not.
They
Yes,
don't.
they do. They're all the same.
Hey,
on
why
the
can't you
inside.
go to the candy store now and buy the individual colors of M&M?
Why? Can you do that?
Yes.
You can do that?
The individual, that takes all the fun out of it. You get what you get and you don't get upset, Mark. You get what you get and you don't get upset.
Paul.
Back in my day, you had the assorted flavors. You ate every flavor. You didn't get to pick and choose what flavor you're gonna have.
Why's everybody gotta be so
You
picky?
stuck with the flavor that you got that was on the top of the pack and you ate it.
Damn it, you're gonna eat the M&M's like Johnny.
Yeah, you know what, Mark? This disappoints me. So when you get the box of candies, right? The box of chocolates, you get those box of chocolates. Who's the one? What's the box of chocolates you get, Bully, at the pharmacy all the time?
Russell Stovers.
Russell, yeah.
Stover. So when you thank you. So when you get your Russell Stover's box of chocolates, you're the guy that takes a bite. Oh, that's not the one I want. Put it back. Take another bite. Oh, that's the one with the jelly. I don't need that one. No, take a bite of that one.
I don't.
I'll leave that.
Dave, I know how to read. All you gotta do is turn the box over, and on the roof it tells you which one is which.
And they,
Mark,
you know why?
you gotta be a darn idiot.
They just started doing that because of people like Mark Henry. You know what? I don't like nuts in my chocolate. I'm allergic, but you pick that one, you eat it. And does that mean you get an allergic reaction? Too bad. You picked it. You eat it. That's it. That's it. You got no choice in the matter. You got no choice in the matter.
Food allergies are dangerous.
Allergy thing is crazy, man. That shit is real. No, I know it's real. It's like when you get on a plane. No, it's like when you get on a plane. Ladies and gentlemen, we realize that there's 150 people on the plane today, but one person has a nut allergy, so nobody gets nuts.
That's right. We yeah. I said this. I believe I said this story before, but my daughter Abigail, one day I made her a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for lunch. Put it in her lunch, bag and everything. You would have thought it was a gun. You would have thought it was a knife or a pair of brass knuckles that I put in that bag. My goodness.
Joe, are you able to give your daughter peanut butter and jelly to take to school or
He
no?
basically called me into the principal's office like, what are you doing? I'm like, well, I don't know. You gave your daughter a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for lunch. I said, yeah. I said, well, I'm sorry. What am I? There's nut allergies in this school. Man, I got called at the age of 40. I got called to the principal's office. At the age of 40. 40. I haven't gone to that school in 35 years.
That's kind of crazy.
What is the correct ratio?
Wait, hold on a second. I'm not even finished. My daughter had to eat her peanut butter and jelly sandwich in a separate room than the rest of the school. Like she was sent to another room.
Quarantine. You made that up.
That is the truth. Because that was what she had. She still had to eat lunch. They sent her to another wing of the school. She was another wing of the school. Why? Because Paul's daughter had a peanut allergy. So now my daughter has to now go in it's all Paul's fault.
That's kind of crazy. But I mean, I get it.
Fault exactly?
Everything's your fault.
Okay, sir.
You're the producer. You're the producer. Everything's your fault.
What is the correct peanut butter to jelly ratio for the perfect peanut butter and jelly?
All right.
That's a question I need to throw out to the nation.
You got to peanut butter both pieces of bread. Yeah, you do peanut butter on one side of the bread, peanut butter on the other piece of bread, grape jelly in the middle, smush them together.
50% jelly, or should it be more peanut butter?
And if you have the opportunity, you can take them,
This is what I do.
throw them in the freezer ahead of time, and then come back and get them.
No, it needs to be more than just a...
That's how you got to do it.
That's if you're using fluff. Fluff is like if you're going to put fluff on your peanut butter and
Don't
jelly,
do the fluff.
then that's kind
Just
of
don't do it.
small amount.
Big fan of fluffer.
Fluff another. If you take the two pieces of bread, you put one piece of bread is the jelly, one piece of bread
No.
is the peanut butter.
Both
I
bread.
personally like a lot more peanut butter.
Both bread get peanut butter.
But that's me. I am not going to.
That's why you don't get soggy bread.
Put more jelly than peanut butter. I'm not.
That's what I got to talk to him about. This whole phone call's just changed.
Jelly than peanut butter.
Why are you making your peanut butter and jelly wrong?
That's it.
Everybody has choices.
It's your choice.
Unbelievable.
I'm going to smarten you up to something, and I want you to send a beautiful deal lesson, or you can just go do it yourself. I want you to go get some fluff, and I want you to go get some Nutella, and I want you to go get the Reese's peanut butter cup peanut butter.
Slow down.
And you gotta don't toast the bread because it'll melt. You gotta put the peanut butter on, then you gotta put the Nutella on top of the peanut butter. And
That's
then
too
you put
much.
the fluff on the other side of the bread. And when you press them together, don't just bite into the sandwich.
Yeah.
You have to cut it in half. This is a new segment.
Yeah, it's called.
It's called Bubba Ray's Fat.
Yeah. If the Ribbon channel was still around. Come boys.
And then
877-344. How did they just go from deep Roman Cody conversation to the, that's the beauty of this show? Yeah.
Eddie, I can see Eddie right now going, what in the hell is this fucking
Eddie's still
talking
pissed
about?
off about the Raiders.
Oh, yeah.
The Raiders won. The Raiders won. I just assumed they lost because they owe it.
Yeah, I gotta get peanut butter too, Joe. Big guy ran out.
We got to take a break. Fully need
You're
to
getting
finish.
fired.
877-344-4893, 877-FIGHT-93. When we
Another
come back,
break.
The man of the hour, the man with the power, the guy who dominated the weekend in pro wrestling, Ricky Gibson. I don't even know the fucker's name. Ricky Gibson is going to join us. Ray and I are back. Right here. I'll best it.
Now you're getting fired. Me and Paul are the only one going to be on there when y'all come back.
RJ Clifford isn't afraid to hold back on MMA.
They did not get to me again.
White, you said before that dealing with John Jones, one of the toughest fighters.
Yeah. He said the mother effer word. That's not the F word we don't say.
To handle. And I think
But
Dana
I
White-
don't say it because I'm a puppet.
Let me throw him this
Puppet's got to be well behaved. I can say but.
that John Jones is the GOAT.
Probably get away with fart.
Ever. Let's give him every title that he claims. So when I negotiate with him, I can go there on.
Yeah, we're trying to get him busted open and talk about the fact Cody is Cody's always been a heel, never been a babyface. Just because people treat him like one doesn't mean that's what he is. He was a heel whenever he left WWE. Heel on the indies. Never turned babyface. Why would he be a babyface now? He smashed Triple H's throne. That's a heel move, man. Heel move.
Could stop all collections, settle your tax problem, and may even reduce what you owe by up to 99%. Call the hotline at Tax Help.
Tribal Chief,
if you qualify.
Tribal_Chief _ head of the table. You're not my tribal chief, bro. Sorry. It's Roman.
You can now get the help that you need during these hard economic
Can't
times.
acknowledge you
Call
because
Tax
Roman's
Help
tribal chief.
Get your free tax assessment
Just kind of the way it is.
by dialing 800-419-0017. 800-419-0017.
Joe, should I keep staying on hold?
800-419-0017.
Imagine relying on a dozen.
What title are you going for? Tribal_Chief _ head of the table.
Are connected. And each one
Undisputed Universal Champion.
more complicated than the last. It can be pretty stressful. Now imagine Odoo.
I don't think Roman gets the title back anytime soon.
And they're all connected.
I don't even think he gets it at Mania.
Platform, giving you peace of mind that your business is
I think Mania is Roman versus Rock.
every angle.
No title involved.
Friendly applications for CRM, accounting, inventory, manufacturing, marketing, HR, and everything in between. Basically, if your business
Not a
is
doll.
you've got
I don't have dolls.
Sounds pretty
The question doesn't even make any sense.
Stop depending on all those expensive, disconnected platforms. And let Odoo harmonize your business with simple, efficient software.
I mean, honestly, that's a weird thing to
Everything
ask someone.
Of the price. Sign up today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com. Odoo, modern management made simple.
You know, a lot of times you have to choose between something high quality or something.
Hey, Joe. Tribal_Chief _ head of the table
When it comes to healthcare,
is a weird person.
MediShare, you get both. Many families save $500 a month with MediShare, and that's huge. But it's also true that
I mean, I would suggest you go and ask your sister.
The member satisfaction rate for MediShare is
Burn.
that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. That's because MediShare works. It has for more than 30 years. It's a community of Christians who have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth. They love the huge PPO network. So, yeah, really, you can save a ton, like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're
there we go, Mark. We just blocked tribal_chief _head of the table.
Just call 855-40.
I mean,
That's 855-40-BIBLE.
I don't know what people are trying to do. Why would you come on to a pro wrestling live stream where you clearly see a puppet talking and use that type of language in the comments whenever you're just trying to represent yourself as being the tribal chief and thinking you're going for an undisputed title? Tribal_chief _head of the table is not a professional wrestler. He's not going after any title. He's just someone trying to troll people in the comments, and you're not going to get to do that here. Sorry, guy. Go ahead, Mark. Get back to your show. Tribal_chief _head of the table. You're a dipshit. You suck.
Back here on Busted Open, Dave McGregor, Mark Henry, Bully Ray. Let's bring in our next guest. Somebody who was the MVP, and to say that is a lot because you had Kevin Owens and Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. A lot of big names on the show Friday night. But who is everybody talking about? Is our next guest. Ricky Gibson joins us here on Busted Open. Ricky, thank you so much for the time, man. Appreciate you coming on Busted Open this morning.
Oh, my pleasure. It's an honor to be here. Very excited.
All right, so let me ask you, since Friday, how much has your life changed since that appearance Friday night on SmackDown?
I mean, I live a pretty wild life anyway, but I got to say, I don't think I've slept since Friday afternoon. Friday morning when I woke up. It's been pretty wild.
Don't tell them what you're doing. Kayfabe.
Ricky, let me ask you this. I'm a big fan of hearing stories about the process and how you got to where you got. Tell me about your Friday. Do you get a phone call and they say just show up? Are you an up-and-coming wrestler who just shows up looking to get a shot? Are you an extra? How did this all come about? Take me through the timeline, and how were you chosen for this spot?
Yeah, so Gabe Sapolsky reached out to me a couple weeks ago and said, hey, SmackDown and Raw are going to be in Seattle and Portland. It'd be great if you could make it up to Seattle for this extra work. And, I just show up and, like everyone does, you put on the suit, you go to catering, and you hope for the best. The difference was I was walking around the hallways, and there's Kevin Owens walking around. Like, he's literally walking around like he has no clue what he's going to be doing. So I just hey, what can I do for you, man? Like, can I help you? And it was perfect because I'm a tag team guy. I've been wrestling tag team for years, just like you, right? So when he was like, I need a tag team partner, it was easy for me to just step up and be like, dude.
Oh my God, that's crazy. That's how that worked.
So Owens is wandering the hallways looking for a partner, and you're like, I'm your guy.
Yeah. No, so I saw him ask Booker. I saw him ask RVD. I saw him ask a ton of different guys. Everyone's saying no. I'm the guy. I mean, who else?
But that's great because that's we kind of preach that on this show. Take advantage of any type of opportunity. If you kind of just kept your mouth shut.
Closed mouth don't get fed.
You probably would have missed out on this opportunity Friday night, right, Ricky?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's kayfabe in this.
I got a question for you, man.
Just saying.
Here, how long you been wrestling?
I started in 2004, 20 years.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so
Ricky been around.
Man, the people that broke me in, you probably wouldn't know. Tito Carrion was the owner of the school that I worked for. He wrestled way back in the day in the WWF.
I think the idea that KO was just walking around good for the story. I think it's kayfabe in this show.
My footing. And because of that, I was pretty close to Piper, who was best friends with Len Denton. So the guys that broke me in are tough, but the guys that helped me out along the way, I would say the Grappler is probably number one right away.
So, all right, so I didn't know if you had to follow up, Mark. I know you wanted to ask the question there, but...
yeah, well, I saw you do like this, and I just stopped. But Ricky, I'm always wanting to know.
I'm gonna reach out to Ricky. I'm gonna try and get him on this show.
The ins and outs.
How cool would that be, Joe? If we get Ricky Gibson on.
When I say the ins and outs, I know that you had a certain number that that you wouldn't even travel unless you got that number. Like me and Bully and we're on the same page. Before you came on, we became your pseudo agents, and we just wanted to inform everybody that's going forward. Now, when they call Ricky, that they don't call you with that same price, that same number. The number just went up, Bully. How did it go, Bully?
Oh, man.
Now you put me on the spot. I don't know.
I can't do the voice. Bully's got a voice. He got a
Well, Joey's an indie guy.
I'm assuming your indie rate just went up, right, brother?
Of course, I've already checked all the calls. They all know.
That's funny. His price already went up. I hope he doesn't want money to be on a podcast.
Guys, we see this almost on a weekly basis, where the WWE or AEW is in a local market and they use independent talent from that market to be a part of a match or a part of a segment. But usually that segment and that match is completely forgotten as soon as that segment or that match is over. Ricky, why do you think this is something that people were hashtagging? Why do you think you were trending? Like, what made your segment stand out so much on Friday night?
Like I said, I've been wrestling for a long time, and just over the last couple of years, the number one thing that I've done is when I meet someone that has done something in wrestling, someone that's been somewhere, or even someone that helps people get somewhere, I said, what's the best wrestling advice you can ever give? And I got a lot of really good stuff from a lot of good people, and one of the things that I heard that I'll never forget was maximize your minutes. And it's just do what you got to do. I knew that I had a job to go out there and help Kevin Owens, and that's what I did. I went out there and did the best I could. Why everyone all of a sudden thinks about Ricky, I don't know, maybe because I'm different. I think the fact that I have body hair compared to everyone else in the world.
It's good to be hairy.
Be shaved or waxed. I think that probably stood out a little bit. I don't know, kind of culmination of everything.
Which leads me to my next point, Ricky. I got merch for you to sell, brother. Introducing the Ricky Back Scratcher and the Ricky.
We also have merch to sell.
Man, you could just.
We don't have a back comb, but maybe we should.
And you can start.
I start combing this better.
And I will be more than happy to help you, sir. All I need is to get my feet wet. It's a little small thing.
You just want
All
to get 100%.
All jokes aside, I want you to maximize your potential. I think you got something right here. The WWE has done a great job of doing this in years past with Santino Marella. Like, you can be the next big internet sensation. I hope that for you. I wish you the best. Man, how can we follow you and stuff?
Yeah, so I'm on Twitter at Rockin' Ricky G. No G in that Rockin' Ricky G. That's on Instagram as well. You can find me at _Midnight Heat on Twitter as well. That's for the tag team. And then on Facebook at Ricky Gibson if anyone still uses Facebook.
Ricky, talk to me about the reaction once you went back through the curtain at the gorilla position. How was everybody? How were you greeted?
Well, first of all, I didn't go back through gorilla because I was in a lot of pain, so I went immediately to the doctor. After I went to see the doctor, I came back out and checked out. Everything was good, nothing broke and nothing snapped. Everyone was excited. Like, people were thanking me and saying they did a good job. I just went out there to do what I could. And man, I was hot for a moment. I was looking for KO.
It was great. Now today, Joe, we can put in this episode that we get to tell off a troll.
I'm a live and let live kind of guy, so I see the reason. I see why I did it. But I was a little hot. But he was excited. Him and Randy both came through the curtain and immediately were like, "Hey, come with us. Let's go talk a little bit." So it was cool.
Have you been invited back?
Have I been invited back? I have not had a phone call yet that I can speak of.
Okay. What do you have coming up in the world of wrestling, whether that's with a major promotion or independent, that people should be on the lookout for?
September 20th coming up back in Seattle, Washington. I've got Defy Wrestling, probably the biggest thing going in Seattle right now. And I've got a 4-way tag team match, including the Bollywood Boys, Sinner and Saint, who are with TNA now, and C4, a team that I've wrestled probably more times than any team ever. And then the following week, September 29th, I'll be in Portland, Oregon, wrestling FTR at the Roseland Theater.
Oh, wow, that's exciting for him.
And you've done...
That's the Midnight Heat.
That's the Midnight Heat, yeah.
And you've done dark matches as not just in the WWE, but AEW as well, correct?
Yeah, I've wrestled for AEW, Ring of Honor, New Japan.
All right, so you have quite an extensive resume there.
For people who've never seen you before, Ricky, tell us about a match that you think people can go watch on YouTube that is, the best representation of the sports entertainer / pro wrestler you are.
I think right now, if you were to go look for a match from the Midnight Heat, we wrestled the Workhorsemen at Prestige a little while back, and that was probably one of the best representations of a tag team match that you could find right now from the Midnight Heat.
Did you always wanted to be a tag team wrestler?
No, not necessarily. When I first started, I did a lot of singles, and over the years, you know how indie wrestling goes. I got put with a lot of different tag team partners, and in 2016, I found Eddie Pearl training at a school that I was helping out with, and man, we took off. And as soon as I started teaming with Eddie, I knew that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a tag team wrestler.
I feel like tag team would be the best because you take a break.
At SmackDown, what was it like for you?
It's always a great experience. Everyone's very pleasant. I mean, the catering is awesome. Everyone's friendly. It's cool. Just walking around, it's pretty chill.
Ricky, have you gone back and watched it? Did you go back and watch it, hear what the commentators had to say during the match?
Yeah, of course. And not necessarily intentionally. I think everyone that has ever known me ever has sent me the clip.
Okay, I would say. But so you don't mind the comparisons to George the Animal Steele?
George the Animal Steele is one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. No, I don't mind.
He's a Hall of Famer, Ricky, right? I mean,
Hall of Famer.
If you're going to emulate somebody, emulate the best, right?
Absolutely.
And you know what?
Ricky, I'm sitting here smiling because I can't stop smiling because of the fact that you have an energy, a light, and you're smiling and you're happy about this.
Yeah, Joe, I really like tag matches.
You seem like just
I think I might actually like tag team wrestling better than singles wrestling. I know, everything's about being world champ.
I appreciate that.
But tag matches, trios matches, there's just a lot going on.
Is Ricky Gibson a career babyface or heel?
Up until Friday, I think everyone... In fact, the last time I was in Seattle, Defy posted a photo of somebody's Apple Watch going off saying it's too loud because you couldn't hear us through all the booing that was going on. I couldn't even hear myself talk on a microphone. So I'm pretty sure on Friday was the first time ever Seattle has cheered for Ricky.
All right, at least they did, though. Ricky, you've been doing this for 20 years. Is this your favorite and greatest moment so far in wrestling?
Gotta be, right? Gotta be his favorite.
Oh, it's hard to say that. I mean, it's probably the most memorable. It's probably the biggest moment, but I've had a lot of really fun moments in wrestling, so I don't think I can narrow that down.
Ricky, we started the show. Bully's big with the pleasantries. Bully likes to do the whole, how was your weekend bullshit at the beginning of...
Because I'm a nice person.
Yeah, but we had so much to talk about.
Yeah.
We had so much to talk about that I was like...
Joe, you think tag matches are better than trios?
And with everything that happened over the week...
I don't know about that. Everything's better than an 8-man, though. 8-man tags suck.
The first thing we talked about, Ricky, was you. And that segment on SmackDown. So, that tells you something, man. You got the pro wrestling world talking, Ricky.
Good. That's all you can do. Like I said, once you maximize your minutes, take advantage of everything you can.
Now, Ricky, I noticed on your social media that you only retweeted the Busted Open tweet from this morning. You didn't take it upon yourself to tell your Twitter followers that you would be on Busted Open. So, is this a case of you getting a big head since Friday night?
I think I've always had a big head, Bully.
Yeah.
As a fellow big head, I can appreciate your ego.
All right. But so on social media again,
Rockin' Ricky G. Take the G out of rocking and put it at the end. So Rockin' Ricky G. Ricky, thank you so much for the time. This was fun, and good luck. And we hope
Maybe now I get on.
I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
One hairy guy to another.
All right. Rockin' Ricky Gibson. We'll react when Mark, Bully, and I are back right here on Busted Open.
Holy crap, again?
Icon, go. Remember some LL Cool J. Take a ride through stories and sounds direct from one of the game's all-time greats on a new limited engagement channel.
This is going to be one of our longest episodes, and it's just me hanging out. Joe, how am I going to use your name? I already told him I was Mark from Cleveland. I said I'm Mark the Monster. I'm a puppet from Cleveland.
Common knowledge that after age 30, our metabolism changes. We have less energy and gain weight easier. There's a way to feel better, not in years or months, but sometimes in just days.
I'm Chuck Norris. I tried everything. Working with a team of health experts, we came up with Morning Kick. Morning Kick is a revolutionary new formula that combines all my favorite supplements into one daily drink.
Morning Kick has probiotics to help you lose weight, prebiotics for digestion, superfoods for muscles and joints, and powerful anti-aging supplements. It'll help you feel youthful, energized, and helps manage stress.
I look and feel better than I have in years.
Go to roundhouseprovisions.com, use code WORK, or text WORK to 511-511 and claim 40% off. Roundhouseprovisions.com, code WORK.
Every purchase comes with our 90-day money-back guarantee. You could be feeling these changes within just a couple of days.
Text WORK to 511-511.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Joe is not a better name. It will not get me on faster.
Because when things go sideways, it's always one of the first things to sell out. But if you wait to stock up, all you'll find at the grocery store are crowds of desperate people and empty shelves. That's why FEMA and the Red Cross say you need at least 72 hours of non-perishable food. Here's the good news. For Patriots, the trusted preparedness company is offering listeners of this station a special buy one, get two free deal on its best-selling 72-hour survival food kits. This new and improved kit has 20 servings of delicious food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, all designed to last for 25 years. It sells for $29 and has been rated 4.4 stars by thousands of happy customers. But when you act quickly and buy one kit, you will get two more kits absolutely free. That's 3 kits for the price of one, $58 in free food. Go to freefood123.com. That's freefood123.com.
I bet they're going to get me after this break, is what I'm thinking. In the meantime, you guys just sit here and watch me looking furry.
Cheapo Air?
Yeah, for years, and I really like it. With Cheapo Air, you can book online, use their app, or even over the phone. They've got great prices on over 500 airlines and millions of accommodations. They are my go-to for travel planning. Oh, and if you join their Club Miles program, you can earn points to save on the cost of your travel. Book on the app, and you get double points.
Sounds like it's time I tried Cheapo Air.
Call Cheapo Air at 855-292-7493 or visit cheapoair.com/serious.
MMA Today.
Tony Ferguson wants to fight a whole lot more than Nick Diaz does, but I think Nick Diaz might be a whole lot more capable physically than Tony Ferguson.
Weekdays from 12 to 3 Eastern.
Back here on Busted Open, Dave LaGreca, Mark Henry.
They're back.
On a Monday talking pro wrestling with you. A lot of talk about what we saw on SmackDown between Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. And, of course, we had what everybody was talking about, at least hashtag-wise, it was trending, was justice for Ricky. We had Ricky Gibson on just now. If you missed a moment, go to the Sirius XM app. Don't forget to please subscribe to the Busted Open podcast so you can listen to our podcast 7 days a week. And, of course, subscribe to our YouTube page. Every time we have a new video, hit that notification button so you're alerted of all our new videos. And you just heard Skid Row, Bully, Snake Saba celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday, Snake.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Oh, I got to pull that away. You can get in trouble for singing birthday.
Snakey baby. Happy birthday to you. A better happy birthday than Sebastian Bach could have ever sang.
I totally agree with that one. Go ahead, Mark. I know you got something.
Hey man, who was the rock and rollers that just got in a fight on stage?
Oh, from Jane's Addiction. Yeah, the singer and Dave Navarro.
What the hell, man?
Shit happens.
Barry Farrell.
Yeah, thank you.
Wow,
Fight
on stage in front of everybody?
But here's the thing, Mark. It shouldn't surprise anybody. Like these groups that that reunite like 25 years after the fact. There's a reason why they broke up in the first place. They're obviously getting back together because it's a big payday, but they broke up for a reason. Usually because they hate each other. So now you're back working with these people again. That hatred doesn't go away. So obviously, probably not a good look to get into a fist fight on stage, but that's exactly what happened over the weekend for James Addiction.
Mark, the band that we just listened to, Skid Row, and I just sang Happy Birthday to Snake, their original lead singer, Sebastian Bach, dude, they could not get along. Like the entire band and him, they can't even get them back together. And they've thrown some real money at this band. Skid Row is a huge rock and roll band.
They really were a big band.
You know, so and Snake and the boys are just like, no, we can't get along with him. And normally these bands get back together not because they actually buried the hatchet, it's because Live Nation or these, record companies throw so much money at them, but the issues are still there, and they never work it out. And Farrell and Navarro, and I guess these guys just never worked it out and came all out on stage.
And here's the other thing, too, and Snake said this on our air, Bully, like, it's really a choice between happiness and money. Like, if you're in a good place financially and you're happy with your life, why do you need that extra stress and aggravation? Because when you go on tour, you're going to be around that person constantly every day. To some people, it's not worth the money. My happiness is more important to me than more money in my bank account. So, obviously for Jane's Addiction, unfortunately, things went the other way. Go ahead, boys.
One more thing, Dave, I want to give out a shout-out to Izzy, who started her first day of college today.
College is a big deal.
Awesome.
Yep.
So good for her.
Not only is she, establishing herself in the world of pro wrestling, I know she wrestles more and more these days, but she also started her first day of college way ahead of schedule for Izzy. I'm very happy that she is getting her college education. You never know what's going to, go. You never know what's going to happen in the world of pro wrestling, despite the fact that I think she's got a bright future in the wrestling business. You always want that degree to fall back on. So, good luck, Izzy.
And you know what? She's in a position where she doesn't have to choose. So, good for her. And we're very happy for her. Of course, a big part of the Busted Open Nation. Guys, when we come back after the next break, Mark and Bully, Stephen Amell is going to join us here on Busted Open. The last week we've been promoting the hell out of Heels. And Mike O'Malley has come on, the showrunner.
Still never seen Heels.
The actor who plays Ace, the actor who played Rooster, the actor who played Wild Bill. We had James Harrison on last week as well, who had a significant role in season 1 of Heels. And we promoted the hell out of it. And judging from social media, a lot of the Busted Open Nation were watching Heels yesterday. Seasons 1 and season 2 dropped on Netflix, but we're going to get the star and the biggest name of all, Stephen Amell, is going to join us in just about 5 minutes. And Mark and Bully, really looking forward to
Holy crap, they're never going to get to me.
First time ever here on Busted Open.
That should be fun.
Man, what a classy dude. Very classy dude. Had a few interactions with him. I'm a big fan of his. He had a series called Arrow that I watched every minute, every second of.
Never seen that either.
Superhero guy, Billy's a superhero guy. He did a fucking awesome job. And same thing on Heels. You can tell that whatever he plays, he emotionally embodies. And a lot of actors, they may look apart, or they might just have the acting acumen and chops. But man, the dude's got them both, man. He just got it all. Damn.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to talking to him. And then you talk about as an actor what he was able to do in the ring. You know, the guy had a SummerSlam match in the WWE, Ring of Honor match out in Texas, and then, you know, he had that match against Christopher Daniels at the first ever All In. I mean, a show that really, truly, you could say, changed the landscape and the direction of pro wrestling. He was a big part of that first ever All In. So Bully, like, and another guy, and it seems like this is the thread throughout every cast member we've had from Heels, a love and, more importantly, a respect for the pro wrestling business.
And the respect is the big thing, especially amongst the wrestlers. You know, the WWE has invited people in from the outside over, you know, the past 30, 40 years. And there have some people who have come in with the wrong attitude, who have taken it.
Yeah, Joe, I've been on hold for a long time.
Again, and we're not welcomed by the locker room. But guys like...
but they checked back in on me. That made me feel confident.
Pat McAfee or Bad Bunny, Stephen Amell, all have had, you know, great attitudes.
If they go to Stephen Amell, I think I'm about to bounce.
For the wrestling industry, great respect for the guys.
But hey, at least Jeremy got to tell off a troll.
So we welcome him.
That was kind of cool.
And he lost his match with Christopher Daniels at All In. I'm wondering if that was supposed to go another way, because at that point, Stephen Amell was extremely popular with that TV series Arrow. All right, when we come back, we're going to talk some Heels. We're going to talk to Stephen Amell. Also, more SmackDown talk as well when Mark Foley and I are back right here.
That's it. I was holding for too long.
1G captured the heart of a Midwest city in the 1980s.
Way too long to be on hold. I don't think I'm sticking around any longer. I mean, it's been like a half hour since they checked on me. Thank God. Hey, you guys just need to tune in later. Jeremy and Joe will be here. Raw preview. Go buy some merch. Mark the Monster's leaving. I'm out.